So the Bitcoin bottom is potentially in. We called it at the mid 70s, and now it seems that we're going up. And I also said that altcoins will look like they want to take off, and that's what's happening. Sure, we have a couple of days, maybe a little bit in the red, but overall the trend is going up. And if we keep on going up, altcoins are eventually gonna take off. The question is that you probably have right now is, Paul, this is all great. Thank you for calling the lows. Thank you. But what altcoins should I be in? Should I be in the same altcoins as last year? And if not, what's different this time? That's what we're gonna be talking about in this video, and we're starting right now.
Hey guys, I'm Britta Fans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Fans.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And today we're going to be talking about your 2025 crypto portfolio, because we made some amazing calls last year and the year before that. We called the bottom of Bitcoin at 15.6K before it got there. We called that it will get to the all-time high before the halving. We even said we're gonna have a shorter bull market, or what will look like a bear market, end of 2024, beginning 2025, and urge you to take profits from altcoins into Bitcoin. The question is, now that we found a new bottom, which we called, you're welcome, what altcoins should you be holding for a potential mini alt season that may expand into a full-blown alt season? Are they the same coins? Are there the same narratives? What are we gonna do? That's what I wanna talk to you about. And again, I'm not gonna really edit this video. I'm just gonna be talking to you like one-on-one, like we're friends, like we're having a coffee. I'm actually having some soda. But I wanna get straight to the point here, because some things have changed, and we need to be able to protect ourselves. And this year may be the final year of this bull market. Maybe we get some action early 2026, but it may be the final year. Now, of course, things can change, but that we're gonna reevaluate or evaluate when the time comes. So with that said, let's jump right in. Let me give you what my most bullish coins or my bullish portfolio is for this year. And of course, you can experiment, add to it, take out of it, but I'm just showing you the base. And I'll talk to you about some plays I have on the side, budgets I have on the side, anticipating some new coins and some new alpha that we'll also mention in this video. So let's get started. So here we are at the factor pad, and I just gotta start with the obvious. And the obvious is Bitcoin, for many reasons. See, number one, there's the Bitcoin narrative. You have a Bitcoin, you have institutions coming in, you have countries coming in, you have ETFs, you have a whole bunch of stuff. It's now decoupling from the stock market, as you saw, decoupling from a NASDAQ, and this is gonna become more and more apparent over time, placing itself as a high-risk asset, but at the same time, a hedge, which is insane. It can actually pump with tech stocks, but also protect you when tech stocks dump. It's actually quite amazing, and I do think it's gonna make a massive move this year and the next, and possibly in the next bull market. But not only that, Bitcoin has a certain strategy to your portfolio, or adds a strategy to portfolio. Let me show you this real quick. Number one, as we're making this video, Bitcoin's sitting at around 95K. This could be a little higher, a little lower, it doesn't matter. And we know that Bitcoin will probably go to 100 to 140K this bull market. I'm leaning towards the 140. And if it passes, maybe can even go 160 and 180. Now, some people are talking about 250. Some people are talking about 500K. For me, this is insane. While possible, we'll reevaluate once we get to 140,000 breakout and make it at support. But what I wanna do with Bitcoin here is, if you have 95K, if we just get double that, or almost double that, to 180K, or a little less than 100K, to 140K, it can serve as a few things. Number one, a guarantee. What do I mean about a guarantee? Well, first of all, let's say you buy some altcoins over here, right? And you're really bullish, and you get in, you have altcoin 1, 2, 3, whatever, and you have Bitcoin over here. Well, if you put like 10K into both, 5K into altcoins, 5K into Bitcoin, if altcoins go to shit, well, Bitcoin, even if it doesn't double, even if it doesn't go exactly double to 140, goes a little less, whatever, it will give you most of your gains back. So what you lose over here, you can potentially make back over here. And if it goes to 100, 180, you might actually make some. But yeah, if you put like say 5K over here and it goes down to $500, or even less, at least the 5K over here will guarantee you get your money back. Of course, there's no guarantees, but you get what I mean. And even if this doesn't work out in this bull market, it will work out in the next bull market. So that's one reason to keep Bitcoin. The other one is it keeps you exposed to crypto, but you can actually buy dips with Bitcoin. So for example, when you have certain altcoins, you can take profits into Bitcoin. I do this all the time. I talk about this all the time. But when there's a dump, Bitcoin typically falls slower than altcoins. Altcoins are down here, Bitcoin is here. You can actually use that Bitcoin to buy altcoins. And when altcoins start overperforming Bitcoin, you can take those profits back into Bitcoin. So basically, it is a store of value, and for me, it's a spendable store of value, and you can actually use it to strategize your portfolio. Now, let's get onto the altcoins and let's talk about why I'm bullish on these particular ones. So we already talked about Bitcoin, and yeah, this would be about 50% of your portfolio as we discussed earlier on. The next coin, the next runner-up will be Salana. Now, why Salana? Well, Salana has done very well. Of course, it's gone down a little bit now, but don't forget, we called it at $2 and we told you to buy back again at $8.5. Previous bull market, this bull market. But generally speaking, when you have momentum, when you have a momentum of a coin, it usually keeps going. Now, it might slow down towards the top, but it's still trending. And a lot of meme coins, a lot of coins, a lot of projects are gonna actually list on Salana. So Solana's not going anywhere. It's still gonna be what Ethereum used to be, at least for a while, until Ethereum picks up its game. And yes, I'm not gonna put Ethereum in this portfolio. I am holding Ethereum, but I want to keep this portfolio a little bit smaller. And don't forget, the way we called those mini alt seasons last year was actually by pairing Bitcoin Solana. Not Bitcoin Ethereum, not the top three. We were pairing Bitcoin with Salana, and when we saw Salana take off, we knew alts would take off, and that's what's happening right now. Solana's kind of doing what Ethereum used to do, and I think it should be part of your crypto portfolio. Now, I'm not going to do this for all the coins in this portfolio, but I do think Salana can go to $500 to $700 in this bull market, possibly $1,000, but I'm taking profits at this level over here and then slowly keeping some to a move to 1,000. And I'll probably be left with about 20% or less of my bag once the top is in, or at least that is the strategy. That's what we're aiming for. Next up, we have Sui. And look, Sui, first of all, blew Aptos out the water, but Sui, I believe, is gonna make a Salana type move. I was one of the first, if not the first, to say that Sui will make a Salana type move. And what I mean by Salana type move, I mean over the next bull market, this one, maybe the next one, I do think it's gonna take market share from Salana. I'm not saying that Salana won't keep on going up. I'm just saying that Sui is a very big contender. I think it's gonna be at the top this bull market and next bull market. They're working on a lot, they're innovating. They just opened up a hub in Athens. They're doing a lot of amazing stuff. It's fast, it's efficient, it works. They know marketing, they know branding, and I'm very bullish on Sui. I do believe it's gonna do very well. And I do believe that it could at least 5 or 10x from here, in my opinion. So Sui, 5 to 10x. Also, you can look at some ecosystem coins on Sui. I'm gonna name a few right now, right here for you. One is Deep, and the other one is Walrus. And I do believe that these here should also be part of your crypto portfolio. So you have 1, Bitcoin, 2, you have Salana. I haven't mentioned any ecosystem coins here yet, but I will. 3, we have Sui along with Deep and Walrus. Obviously you have more Sui, less Deep, less Walrus, but these here can do very well in your crypto portfolio. And sorry for the sideway action here. I can't write straight. I don't know. I can't write straight. And if you notice in my videos, sometimes I skip letters and I have to go back and put the letters in. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's something wrong with my brain, but essentially that's, I don't know. It used to be light. It got worse over time, but it doesn't matter. It's there, okay? Maybe I'm just flipping out, going crazy. I don't know, but let's see. Now, number 4, we still want to be in AI, and one of those coins I've been mentioning for the last month or two is Virtuals, as I saw great plays. I saw great TA, and Virtual has been astonishing. It's gone up over 200%. I think it was 280% on the monthly last time I checked, if I'm not mistaken. It's doing great. And one of the reasons that Virtual is doing well in the AI space, and AI is still going to be the main narrative for this bull market, in my opinion. We are going to be talking about AI plays in this crypto portfolio, is because Virtuals keeps on innovating. Last year, we got into Virtuals because of AI agents. We made massive profits with Virtuals, the actual coin, and AI agents. And I said that at least hold Virtuals if you don't want to get into these other agents. Virtuals is not going anywhere. It's going to do very well. Well, this year, they saw the problems we had with snipers, bots, and so on, and the dumping, and they actually innovated the Genius platform, which is actually AI agents launching on Virtuals, but with a point system, so snipers and people can't really dump the coins. It's actually quite fascinating. I just made a video on it. I'll leave the video linked in the description down below, so you can watch it after you watch this video. But believe me, Virtuals should be part of your crypto portfolio for this year. And I do think it's going to do a 5 to 10x, even potential 20x or more. I mean, we just talked about the coin in that video I directed to you. I actually directed a couple of days ago. If you watch that video, you'll see that one of those plays I made testing out the platform actually did a 40x on the same day, which is insane. Now, again, I didn't get my allocation. I'll explain why in the video when you watch it. But if you do it right, because I was experimenting, I was learning, you can actually make these plays. So you need Virtuals in order to do this. You need points in order to do this. So I do believe Virtuals will do well because of the ecosystem, if that makes sense. And look, I'm being a bit conservative with these X's over here, but this is actually what I believe it could do. Number 5, let's mention a few more AI coins. One would be Fetch. I do think this will make a comeback. And let's also talk about a gaming / AI play over here. So let me just put 6, but let's put gaming AI, and that would be Beam. I'll tell you a few more AI coins in a second, but let's talk about Beam over here, because Beam is basically a gaming and AI play, but you have to understand they just got out those Beam nodes, and it's becoming deflationary. I also made a video about this. Actually, the Crypto Factor has 2 nodes you can actually delegate to. One is filled. We have 1,000 delegators already. We have another one, but you get rewards, and you can also use this to accumulate in a bear market. So you can buy Beam nodes, sell whatever profits you make, and once you get into a bear market, you're actually accumulating for the next bull market in the bear market. I do think with Beam, it's actually worth doing this. So if you buy any nodes whatsoever, I think Beam is the way to go. If not, just buy the token, because I think it can do very well. Not sure about the X amounts. From here on, I'm just charting Bitcoin, and when I see Bitcoin topping, that's when I'll slowly start pulling profits out of altcoins into Bitcoin or even USDT towards the end of the market. So I don't have predictions for all altcoins. I just don't, because I usually chart Bitcoin. These ones I do, they have price history and I'm anticipating, but this is just guesswork. I usually chart Bitcoin and just take profits accordingly. When it comes to Bitcoin, if I think altcoin's gonna run a little bit more after Bitcoin peaks at the top and so on, but that we can talk about. And for that, just subscribe to the channel, subscribe down below, hit the bell notification button, make sure you click all, and then I make videos. I've been very effective calling tops and bottoms, or tops and bottoms. It's one of my strengths, my superpowers, along with narratives. I've been very good with narratives. I was talking about AI when everyone was talking about gaming and so on, plus swing trading and investing. Not much of a day trader. That's not my thing. There's other people out there that are much better day traders. That's why I do swing trading and long-term investing videos. That's why you don't see me do TA every day, if that makes sense. So if that interests you, go ahead, subscribe down below, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss those videos. So let's talk about a few more altcoins to get into here. First of all, we have Dogecoin, and this is not gonna be no particular order because I'm actually looking at one of my portfolio lists, my most bullish cryptocurrencies list over here. So it might be a bit random. You might have a meme coin here, an AI coin there, but you get the drift. The reason I want Dogecoin is because Dogecoin is basically the king of meme coins. I mean, it has a community, as proof of concept. It's not pretending to be something it's not, it's just Doge. So once meme coins do well, Doge should do well. Think of it as the Bitcoin of the meme coin ecosystem, if that makes sense. And if you want to get a few more coins or meme coins, Pengu is one. Pengu has, and we talked about this, and you saw what happened with Pengu. Pengu is doing very well. It's actually affiliated to the NFT, Pudgy Penguins. They have products and so on. They have amazing marketing. They're not giving up. I see them everywhere. I was at Token 2049 just a couple of weeks ago. They were there. They were making a presence. They were innovating, and I do think Pengu is going to do extremely well. Another one would be Brett, and Brett is a chain play. What do I mean by a chain play? I think that Coinbase, Base, which is by Coinbase, is going to do very well. I think it's going to get a lot of adoption. I mean, Coinbase is massive. They're going to bring new users on, and they're going to probably go into meme coins as well as other coins. But Brett is a meme coin, but it's a chain play. So it's kind of like you're betting on the Base chain, if that makes sense. There's no way they're going to dump. It's kind of official, or at least it's very slim they're gonna dump. I do believe it's a very good very good meme coin to get into. The same can be said about Foxy for Linear Chain. This belongs to Consensus, which owns MetaMask. And this, as I said in the past, is a long-term play. But again, it's a safe, or so to speak, safe meme coin. And it's a chain play, so you're actually betting on chains over here and here. One's Base, the other one's Linear, and the third one or another one might be Snack for the ADA chain. Just so you understand, I do not hold ADA, I'm holding Snack, and I've been holding for a while. It's been doing tremendously well, and it just keeps on going up. It's just like it's unstoppable. And shout out to Platimama telling me about this early last year. I actually owe her because that was an amazing play. Then you have Stellar. I just like Stellar better than XRP, or I prefer Stellar against XRP. Just my reasons. I'm not saying that XRP can't do well. As a matter of fact, if you want a price prediction for XRP, I was saying before the SEC, before the issues and everything, I was saying to wait for it to break 72 cents so you don't miss an entire bull market, which most people did, and to get in above 72 cents. And the play is about $4 to $7 by the end of this bull market. It can get to 10, but I'm looking at $4 to $7. Of course, it might not do anything. It might never break all-time highs. But I'm just saying, if you're into XRP, that's fine. I like Stellar. It's more, how can I put this? More sincere. I agree with them. I'm not really into CBDCs and so on. I prefer Stellar. And when XRP pumps, Stellar usually pumps as well. So that's my play. And both of them are a US narrative coins. And the thing is that Trump might actually say zero tax tax on cryptocurrencies made in America. I know he wants to push crypto, the narrative, and so on. He wants to make America the central hub of the world when it comes to cryptocurrency. It just makes sense to get into American narrative coins. Stellar is one. The other one would be XRP, obviously. Salana is another. Sui is another one. These are all American-based companies. Base, anything on Base would be American. Maybe the project is not, but Base as an ecosystem is, and so on. So that's something you should also be looking at. Render as a DPIN AI play over here. I just think it should be part of your crypto portfolio. You have Sonic as a new narrative or a new sort of innovative platform or blockchain, which I particularly like. Again, no price predictions for this. It's just part of my portfolio, along with Hyper Token. I just believe these can do very, very well. Cow Protocol, just because I use it, it does very well. It's a competitor to Uniswap, and I'm not saying Uniswap can't do well. I think they can. They have Unichain. I made a video about Unichain and Uniswap, by the way. You should watch that video. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. But also make sure you get Cow. Cow works very, very well. I use it all the time. That's why I invested in it. Will it outperform? I don't know, but it's in my portfolio. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to hold every single cryptocurrency we mention here. I'm just telling you what I'm more bullish on, or what kind of coins I'm looking at for 2025. Obviously, depending on your capital, you might not be able to get all these, but at least you can go through of what I'm holding and why, and see for yourself or decide for yourself what you want. Ondo is another big one. This one is an RWA play, also a US narrative coin over here, and I do think Ondo has to be part of your portfolio, by the way. If you want another AI play we talked about, let's do PAL over here, also doing very well. And look, I understand a lot of you want to see the technicals, want to see what I'm looking at, but let's just cut it short. Look, these look powerful. Things can change at any time. But if I start showing charts on each one of these coins, it's going to be like a 2-3 hour video. Now, I can do that. We can do it live. I can even make another video just showing charts with not every single coin I'm mentioning right here. But for now, let's just do like an overview portfolio, and then we can make other videos after, if that makes sense. By the way, Fetch, I forgot to mention, is actually ASI. 3 protocols are merging together over here, and I think they'll be taking market share. That's why I'm bullish on Fetch. AI Tech, one we called very early when it came out. I just think this should be part of your portfolio as well. Pixels as a gaming play, because I do think games are going to come back. You could also hold Super if you want. I'm holding a little bit. I prefer Pixels. I think Pixels can make a sort of, it can be the Axie Infinity as a standalone game in this bull run, in my opinion. I think they're going to start doing partnerships and other things, and I just believe Pixels will do very well, and it is one of the gaming plays. Now, I am holding also USDT, or let's say other cryptocurrencies that to convert into gaming, into AI. Obviously, there's more coins out there that we can get into. I mean, you have Vader, you have AIXBT as well on the virtuals ecosystem. So let me just write that down for you. Vader and AIXBT. So these are doing very well. By the way, Vader, a lot more use case than you think. So for example, if you are on virtuals and you want to do the genius, what I talked about earlier on, well, you actually get points on virtuals 3 ways. 1 is by holding virtuals. 2 is by trading on virtuals. 3 is actually staking Vader. So Vader, a lot of people are paying a lot of attention to Vader, including projects. So I do believe that Vader is going to do extremely well. Now, we do have other coins here and there. I really don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I mean, we're already all over the place here, but do check out these coins. Ask me about them in the live stream. I go live every Sunday, 7 o'clock EET time. I think it's 6 o'clock CET time. Anyway, you'll see the, you'll figure it out. You just go to the channel, you'll go to the page, you'll see the videos. But check out the videos I mentioned in the description down below, and let me know which coins you are bullish on for 2025. Please let me know in the comments what you're bullish on, because I really want to look at it. I really want to see if I'm missing something, or maybe we can help share information, because we are, at the end of the day, we are in this game together, and I know my audience is smart. I know you know at this point what you're doing and why you're doing it. So please recommend some coins to me. I would really appreciate it. And also check out the Factor Fam. It's a free list. It's in the description down below. It's different than the VIP Factor Fam. That one's paid, but the free Factor Fam, you get emails, you get alpha. Check it down below. Check out my services. If anything you like, maybe you want to check it out, click on the links, doobie-doo-doo-that. And yeah, make sure you watch this video right here next. I'll connect the one about virtuals right here, which we talked about earlier on, but also check out the videos in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I have so many call to actions. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you in the next video.